Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a get unready with me, kind of do my updated hydration routine for nighttime kind of winter skincare. It's feeling very wintry in New York City. We're in the midst of like a nor'easter. So we have something like, I don't know, more than a foot of snow for New York. That's pretty crazy. I got my little pal over here, Peanut, who's allowed to be in the bedroom for like 10 minutes max. She's getting all cozy and cuddly. Got to keep the cats warm in this very cold weather. So, yeah, I thought sorry, I had to sneeze. So yeah, I thought I would do that. And while I'm doing that, I think I'm going to talk a little bit about the fact that today is February 1st, and I'm going to try to kick off, I'm going to kick off my low buy slash no buy year and like some thoughts about it. So if that interests you, just something relaxing, talking about nighttime skincare, but then also talking about something very stress inducing in a very calm way, putting yourself on a budget and things like that. Letting those two worlds collide. If that interests you, stay tuned. So I double cleansed my face. I'm using right now the Dear Klars Gentle Black Fresh Cleansing Oil, this one here. This is really beautiful. It doesn't smell like anything. It's very effective, comes in a great pump. Gothamista on YouTube, she did a kind of curated box at the end of the year. She does this like every year. And I discover some of the best skincare from Asian brands through that box. And this is probably one of my favorite things I discovered. No, there's a couple of products from that box, and the box was super affordable too. So anyway, but this is great if you're looking for a great oil that cleanses really well, like cleanses off very well. That's a good one. Doesn't have a scent or anything. And then I followed up with the Comfort Scrub by Clarins. This stuff is like creme brulee in a bottle. It smells exactly like creme brulee, and it has these little sugar beads, but they're so micro fine. They're more like a microdermabrasion kind of feel, but I like using it especially after retinol, where maybe some dry patches show up, and I do like a little bit of physical exfoliation. So I did wash my face about 15 minutes ago. It's feeling kind of tight and dry. And so before I'm putting on, skincare that I love, I'm gonna have to prepare my skin for that skincare. And the way I like to do that is by using a toner. And the toner I'm using right now, it's in my project pan. It is the Missha Time Revolution First Treatment Essence Intense Moist. These names, there's so many names. So all I do is I put like a few drops. It feels just like water. And I rub it into my hands a little bit, and I just press it into my face. And I will do this 3 times, a minimum, depending on how my skin feels. I'll let it just kind of sink into my face, and then kind of take an assessment. But at the minimum, it's 3 times. Maximum, I can go 7 times doing this. And it's just a really nice kind of gentle way to wake up the skin again. So while I do that, I'll start my combo about low buy. We're not going to make this very dramatic. But you should know, I kind of lost my mind last year when it came to spending. I think it was a combination of obviously the virus and the quarantine and the shifting of kind of routine and, where you spent your money. I thankfully did not lose my job because of the virus and the quarantine. Neither did my husband. So we've been pretty stable all year. And so for us, we actually saw a lot of our expenses go down because we were no longer traveling to work. We were not going out to restaurants, which in New York City is a huge expenditure. That kind of shopping that takes place when you're walking around New York City, either in a like a super fancy supermarket or a retail store, that wasn't happening anymore. I am crazy about drugstores, and I knew like every great drugstore in New York, and I would love to like go and like check out their drugstore makeup section and things like that, and kind of like really pride myself on like doing that kind of shopping. That all ceased. And so what ended up happening was I just, and you know, like your daily coffees and things like that. I was completely guilty of like buying my coffee on the go twice over, and then my lunch every day at work. All of that is a lot of money, and you don't realize it until suddenly you have a surplus of money in your bank account that used to get dwindled out because of these expenditures. And so what I did was I shifted how I spent money. And it's not like I ended up saving, but what I ended up doing was I ended up spending a lot kind of on things I really didn't need. And so I, you know, in starting this YouTube and like kind of learning to appreciate my makeup, and I'm gonna go one more time because I feel like my face is feeling still pretty tight. In going, you know, going through this process of like really using the things that I have and figuring out the things I love, I just realized that I have enough. I really do have enough. But that being said, I'm still like such a huge like makeup, skincare, hair enthusiast, and I want to always have a little room to welcome something in, but it doesn't have to be at the rate that a company like releases things. Like if you love ColourPop, like I love ColourPop, you are up, pardon the French, but you know, creek, because you know, ColourPop, they release like 2 collections a month, if not more, and you just can't keep up with it. And I mean, do you want to? You know, that's the question. And so I just came to realize like I have a lot already. This last month, I've just been going like crazy after Christmas sales and things, and I bought up a lot that I haven't even shown yet. And oh, I'm sorry, I put on the Clarins Double Serum. I love this stuff. I set it to the spout that brings you like less product. They have 2. You can turn the dial, and then this one will like spit out a lot more product. This one spits out less. I do about 3 pumps on the smaller one. And so I just squeeze that into my hand, kind of break it up a little bit because it's a biphase type of serum. And then I just press it into the skin. And then I'm going to wait for a couple minutes before I go in with my next product. So yeah, so it's sort of like, I just realized I want to be able to have room for some things. I want to enjoy the things I have, but I want to just be much more conscious and not this like free for all. So that being said, and again, without being dramatic, because there's nothing to be dramatic about, I feel so immensely grateful for my life and for my circumstances that I could even be entertaining this. But I just, yeah, I think I want to do a low buy for this year. That's basically it. And in consulting with my sister, who's like, she is the fiscally responsible one of in the family. She suggested I use like the money I'm saving on coffee every month, and like that's the budget I have for skincare. But I think actually that's even still too much for me. So instead, I think I'm just gonna do $50. So $50, and if I don't spend that month, it just rolls over and accumulates. so that if I want to wait for the Sephora sale or an Ulta sale, or there's a brand that I love, like Sydney Grace, who is releasing something, and it's something I truly cannot pass up, I'll indulge in that. But I feel like that's a good amount. And I would hope that by the end of the year, I actually have a lot left over in that budget. So we'll see. So that's really kind of a long, short story of it. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, what are you guys doing in low buy, no buy? Like, I just feel like this is the time. Well, I'll finish that thought in a second. So, the next product up I'm going to be using is the Clarins Plant Gold. This is also like an emulsion product. It has their blue orchid oil in the center, and then it has this like serum on the side. This is a very, very, very heavy product. It's a little too heavy, in fact. I love the blue orchid oil, so I thought I would love this, but I'm not that keen on the serum they added on the side. It's just a little too heavy. So I really only do one pump of this, and you'll see it's split between the oil and the serum, because truly you don't need a lot of the oil anyway. Like if you had the oil, which I do have the oil. Oh my gosh, I'm smelling this. This smells, this, you either love this or you hate this, I think, but this is a very herbal scent, and I love it. I feel like I'm like rolling around in some like amazing plants, like not poison ivy, like good plants for you. Or you don't have a reaction, but it just leaves your skin so soft, so beautiful. I love this stuff. I do love it. I just can't use it. I have to be more conscious when I'm using it. Whereas like with the double serum, I could be more willy-nilly. If I go too heavy-handed with this, the Plant Gold product, I can have a breakout real easy. Part of also this exercise of like having been quarantined, at least for my family, I've basically been indoors since March like 10th of last year. So we're gonna hit a year very soon. I've done very little going outside, very little kind of pushing the boundaries. I just haven't had the real need for it. And like I've mentioned in other videos, I think I lost someone dear to me very, very early on in the pandemic from COVID. Somebody who was not in a high risk category or anything. And it happened very quickly and very suddenly. And I think that certainly set for us a different kind of level of, oh, okay, we need to really pay attention to this. And it's just very hard to feel completely safe in a place like New York, where you're just constantly interacting with people in anything you try to achieve or do, even how you get from point A to point B, you're just sardined with people. And even in this type of environment, if I go out to the post office or to run an errand nearby or something, it's just amazing how many people you encounter, and also how many people don't follow the same protocols that you would want them to be safe, to keep everyone safe. So in light of that, that's why I've been more conservative. But it's also been a time for me to sit and reflect, and I probably should have sat and reflected more with some of my feelings, and instead, maybe sometimes when I was feeling too much, going on the internet and seeing what's new at Sephora or Ulta was such an easy kind of way to kind of feel a little better about the situation. And so I don't want to be that unconscious spender anymore in my life. I feel like it's something inherent in me, like it's inherent in my mom. I got kind of picked it up from her, and yeah, I totally get it. And I don't want to perpetuate that. I want to be more thoughtful about, how I'm spending my money. So if you want to join this journey, I'll probably check in periodically for sure. But I just wanted to kind of invite the discussion. So let me know your thoughts. Like, how are you coping? Is this an easy thing for you to do? Like, set a budget for yourself and kind of, you know, adhere to it. Do you have any tips or anything? I'm open for tips. The next thing, I like to put like a lighter moisturizer on to kind of just seal all of this. And the one that I'm going to use tonight is, no, I'm not going to use this one. I changed my mind. I realized I should use my Project Pan one. I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Youthquake. So I've been panning this. I really like it. What's nice about this one is it has sort of like a gel texture to it. So it's like a hybrid water cream and like regular cream. It's nice. It's nice. It has a nice fresh scent. It goes well really nice underneath makeup. And I like it. Now what you will see is I don't put on eye cream. Sometimes I put on eye cream, but most of the time I don't put on eye cream. I just carry my hydration routine all the way up to under my eyes, and that's enough for me. I have very oily eyes, the area around and my eyelids, and so if I wear anything too heavy, I can easily get milia, and they're kind of painful actually. On my lips, I'm going to be wearing the Melatonin Overnight Lip Mask by Milk. It's this one here. And I love that this has like a lavender scent to it. And it's a really nice product. I feel like Milk came out with a bunch of like skincare. And then they pulled back. But I thought people liked a lot of their skincare. And I didn't get to buy a lot of it. I just bought this, and I bought their lip scrub, which I like too. But then I don't know. I just thought they came out with like a big bang, and then they started to pull back. And you saw like a lot of their stuff on sale at Sephora. I don't know. But anyway, I would recommend this. This is really, really nice, and it reminds me of a lip mask that I loved by Bite Beauty that they no longer make in lavender. So yeah, this is a good kind of substitute for that. I like things that are calming and soothing at night, and I just love the scent of that. I don't like overly sweet things at night, like overly sweet scented things. I like more like herbs or chamomile, or you know, kind of the stuff that you would ingest to like wind you down. I like to put that all over my face, and I like to drink a lot of water before I go to bed because it gets so warm at night here. So anyway, that's it. I think I just wanted to kind of check in. I think this might be one of the quickest videos I've ever made, so gotta get used to doing that too. That's a New Year's resolution. Let's try to make videos that are a little quicker to satisfy that appetite. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.